Hey, Riles.
Where you all, Lana?
Last time on Sailing Music and Lyrics.
Go through it.
I'm trying!
With the lock. Go through it.
Help! Help! Come down here quick!
Our videos are not just for us to look back on later. They're for you. And if you enjoy them and want to see more, join the band on Patreon.
You want to share our sail plan? So how are we doing this?
Sure. So we're going to do a 10-hour, quick 10-hour. We're right here in St. Augustine. And we're going to do the quick 10-hour hop down to...
Through the Atlantic.
Through the Atlantic, down to Ponce Inlet. Ponte de Leon. Should be awesome.
Okay, so several people have mentioned to us that Ponce is actually kind of dangerous because it hasn't been dredged or hadn't been dredged for about 10 years until this past August.
Right, and that's... So
but,
we can...
But you said you had intel.
I've got intel from people that have been here.
It's our friend Mike, right?
From the escapades. Yes.
Sailing vessel escapades.
Sailing vessel escapades, yes, Mike. And
they're a couple weeks in front of us, and they keep telling us
they spent a week
the
there,
conditions.
And they went straight in. I also got intel, and you can call Towboat and find this stuff out. They're great. Call and ask for a captain that's traversed the inlet, and he'll call you back.
All right.
That should be a fun day.
We're going to have a good day. We're going to have wind, and we're going to actually be able to sail.
Yes.
No good deed goes undone, is the saying, and no good sail goes without some sort of problem underway. So, Eric, what happened?
So we're cruising along, and the generator decided to go unkaput again.
This is the generator for our electric drives.
This is the drive generator, yes. So 21.9 kilowatts. This powers everything. It powers the entire house. It powers the drive system. It can power everything except for 110 for some reason, or 120 for there's no inverter on it. Which I may change, but I got to talk to somebody about that. What's happened is the batteries died. I've got 11.07 volts off of a 12 volt battery, which should be in the 13s, 12 at the lowest. And I don't know why. I don't know if it's the battery's giving up the ghost, which looks like it's a fairly new 2-year-old battery, or if it's the alternator that didn't charge it properly. The problem that I'm having is I could switch the battery. I've got plenty of them on this boat. But if I switch the battery and the alternator's bad, I could fry 2 batteries. I don't want to do that.
So what's our option then?
Well, luckily on this boat we have 2 generators. We have a backup. It doesn't run quite as fast. It gets us 1 knot under what this one does.
Right.
So we lose a little bit of maneuverability, but we'll run the backup generator.
But yeah, we're going into the Ponce Inlet, which requires some good maneuvering. We cannot go in under sail, that's for sure.
Go make it's like a big question mark.
What was that? I heard a beep.
Yeah, it's the lovely Raymarine system. It always beeps at us.
Okay, I hope that's all it was. All right, so we're going to have to try to figure out what's going on with this generator, but not right now under sail.
Yeah,
we're less than an hour out.
I'm gonna leave it for now until we get in. Like I said, I know it's a voltage issue, so it's either the battery or the alternator.
All right, let's go get the house generator on to get our drives back into gear.
We'll sail for a little bit.
All right. So, seems every time we go out on a sail, there's something with the generator that's going wrong. And, you know, I've been really doing a lot of introspection about how I feel about sailing. And right now, Yeah, our drives are actually still on. They've got some reserve battery. They can run without the generator powering them. It's very peaceful, very quiet. We're under sail. We're going anywhere between 4.7 speed over ground and like 5.3. That's good time. Don't really have a lot of wind, which is why we have our code 0 up. If we had more wind, I'm sure we'd go a lot faster. And I find that I don't have the fear of sailing when we are actually just sailing. My fears now are becoming really tethered to the reliance on the generator. This vessel was intended to be a motor sailing vessel that you get the added oomph from having the drives on. And they're quiet. They are whisper quiet. But all of the strain and stress and worry, it's all tethered to that. So that's how I'm feeling right now. Not that we're going to get rid of it, but at least I've confronted why I feel so nervous all the time about sailing.
Hi. One of the problems that we had, alternator. The alternator was bad. There was a regulator was putting out 12 volts and then 9 volts and then 8 volts and then 11 volts, and it just wasn't enough. Apparently there's a capacitor that holds enough voltage to keep the motor running whenever I turn the battery off, disconnect the battery. But this little puppy right here is going to solve the problem. I got 2 of them. I got a spare in case this crap happens again. I'm going to put that there. But yeah, we're going to install an alternator. I already have the other one out, so it's going to be easy. Perfect. Now, we're going to test it. That's not good. Well, it's many hours later. And apparently, the alternator is not the problem. I don't know what the problem is. I have no idea. I don't know shit about diesel engines as it is.